Hey folks, Merry Christmas. I'm on with Scotty Ray here today. Gonna be a big time. I think Candace is in Hollywood doing something. So we're gonna get all Christmassy and stuff. I'm gonna start out. This won't count against your entertainment dollar. It's a pre-show song. Silent night, a holy night. All is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, a holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, a holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory streams from heaven afar, a heavenly host sang hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth.
Y'all sit tight. We've got more coming up with Britt with entertainment as we'll be kicking off the morning show here in just a moment. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll learn what's going on in the community. All of that up and coming. Sounds of Christmas right around the corner. So stay close as we begin.
MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning to everyone. I'm Scotty Ray, along with our special host this morning, Mr. Britt Gully, as he gets in the air chair.
Merry Christmas.
How are you?
Double duty. I'm jumping from one side of the table to the other.
Yeah, you are. Pull that up a little bit there, and we'll get it there where everybody can hear you a little better there. Yeah. So Silent Night kicked us off this morning. Come on a little closer over here toward me, too.
Well, Scotty Ray?
Well, we can see you. Look at there. I see you on TV now.
Yeah. Oh, man, I got to set my hair.
There you go. We forgot the makeup people.
Yeah, I got Kimberly Jean to frost my hair for me.
She's done a good job.
Did you do yours?
She did. Let's see here. Pull that up a little bit closer. There, we'll hear you a little bit better there. I went to a rarity, Britt, that I went to the doctor yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because it's getting where I just...
Worm treatment time.
It was. I can't see things. And if you've noticed, I've misspelled a lot of words because, well, I thought they were right.
Huh.
Yeah. I thought I needed glasses.
The pill for that?
No, he said it was going to have to be some surgery, and it scared me to death.
Oh, well.
They said I had a cataract. You ever heard of such?
I've heard of such.
Yeah. He said I won't need glasses if I do that.
Huh.
Yes.
Wow,
So I'm gonna go.
Good news.
I'm gonna go watch some Christmas lights at Dr. Mason's and let him cut on me. I figured that out. I'd like to see again.
That may be fun.
I don't know about all that. You ever done it? No, you ought to try it sometime and tell me before I go.
I'm going to wait you out on this one.
I hear it's not too bad, but...
nothing to it anymore, I think.
That's what they say, but Lord, just the thought of somebody coming at your eyeball makes you get the heebie-jeebies, I guess is the word.
So, yeah.
So I'm going to try it, and maybe I'll see you again.
Perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, we asked last night for some comments on some Christmas songs you'd like to hear, and you're going to be doing a few more for us.
Yeah. Got the hammerback or out the guitar with me.
So y'all do the tradition as we talk about traditions of Christmas. Y'all every year do the pistol shooting, don't you?
Yeah. Daddy's Lemon Squeezer Smith & Wesson been shot every Christmas morning since 1929.
Wow.
So we always make it a point to jump out and do that. He bought it from a Mr. Shepherd, I don't know, back in the 40s, I think. And as he was leaving, the fella hollered back at him and said, "Son, there's one thing I'd like for you to do." I said, "Yes, sir, what's that?" He said, "I bought that old pistol in 1929, and I've popped a cap every Christmas morning ever since. I wish you'd keep that up." So Daddy told him, "Yes, sir." And
y'all
we've
been
done it. We've done it.
So do y'all do it at a particular time each Christmas day, or is it just sometime Christmas morning?
Just sometimes Christmas morning when we get up and staring around. Daylight is optimum.
Rick, how'd that work out if you lived in New York?
I'd
blend in?
shoot back, I guess.
Good morning to everybody. We do hope your day is going well, and we welcome Britt. Candace is off on a field trip, she told me.
A field trip.
A field trip. I forget where they went, but she loaded up the family, and they all went with her son on a field trip today. So we should get the pictures and everything that comes from it tomorrow.
I want to go on a field trip.
Where would you like to go?
I don't know.
We'll go tour the new football stadium.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I hadn't been to the new stadium in quite some time. Now is the railroad museum still going good over in DeKalb?
I think it is.
I see a lot of posts from Jim about that, and it looks good.
Doing wonderful stuff down there. We need to organize a field trip to that thing.
Yeah, I would like that.
We could go by and pick up Bill Reinhardt, bust up in there like we owned the place.
Oh, do a little Dwight music as we go along there. Let's see a few things that are happening across America. Now, last night, and let me pull this up here just so everybody's on top of everything as we pull this up. This went on last night. There were shots fired near Davis Court. And that's another one of those where I accidentally misspelled a word there. That's really Davis. You can't see it.
I wondered about that. I figured it must be.
It was the 3700 block. A maroon Malibu pulled up and decided they wanted to do some Christmas cheer like you did and fired off 5 rounds. Police didn't agree with them, of course, and they commenced to trying to find them. I haven't found out if they've located them just yet for spreading that Christmas cheer.
It's one thing stepping out in your yard and shooting out up at Christmas morning like I do, but
in the middle of nowhere,
driving by somebody and shooting, bad deal.
Not a good thing. And that's become an all too common thing here. Now, if you flip up any news source in Jackson, Mississippi, the headline's always worse because they tend to kill people left and right over there. It's nearly a daily thing in Jackson. We definitely don't want that in our community. We have our fair share of crime, and we try to track it for you so you'll know what areas things are happening in. Boy, we had a lot of folks that were trying to get the driver's license yesterday, and they kind of bumped into each other. Had a bunch of that yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like everybody was back in driver's ed.
Christmas wreck.
Yeah, and we had some horses loose last night.
That's interesting.
493 as you come around the sharp curve. Now, when me and you were little, 493 used to be old honky tonk there in that sharp curve coming out.
Right,
it's been long gone now.
Yeah.
But there were some horses there trying to greet everybody in the curb last night. No one was hurt. They got them back up, but I like to pass along things like that. When I was about, I want to say 15, me and Phil Thomason were coming into Scuba, Mississippi there from the east side. Big old black cow in the middle of the night. We kind of bumped into it.
Oh, boy.
Not a fun feeling. So I've always taken it as tell somebody about where a cow is if they get in the road.
Gracious.
They do a little damage to a car if you bump into it. And there's nothing like being the farmer getting that call at 2 a.m. your cow is out.
Oh, yeah. Every time the phone rings, what's a cow done now?
Audra Bosarge toted me across a creek in Wahalak on her back one time when we were chasing cows. It was a little too deep for me, so she just toted me.
Good.
That's been many, many years back.
Get the job done.
She could, and I sure miss her. I thought about her the other day. There's been a lot of, and at Christmas time you do remember those that's gone on and passed on that have been a part of your life, and I always remember those. Say a little prayer. One day we'll all meet them in heaven, but Christmas is a time of remembrance and joy, all at the same time, a celebration of life, so to speak.
You last long as we've lasted. You got all them wonderful old memories.
Yeah.
With folks you miss that have gone.
And there may be a little truth to the only the good die young. There's a lot of good folks taken from us at an early age, and I see so much of that from where I sit in the post, and the people that write me they've lost loved ones, and it's even harder for those who've lost a child. My heart goes out to you during these holidays because of the holidays and a spouse that you've been married 50, 60 years, 40, whatever the case is, being your first Christmas without someone that meant so much to you. Our hearts go out to you. Not trying to get on a sad note, but
I know what you mean.
I respect that. Let's see. Cindy Hutcher joining us there from Lauderdale, Mississippi. We've headed to Laurel. Candace says she's headed to Laurel to, where's that?
Landrum's Homestead and Village.
Oh, that's where the people go down and do
cool
the
stuff down there.
I've seen some movies filmed there.
Yeah.
You been?
No, but I want to go. They've had some reenactments. And
really?
Stuff like that down there.
Didn't know all that.
They probably need music. Yeah,
See?
book me a job while you're down there, Candace.
Just drop off a CD. Let's see here. I thought I'd share this. This was, let me pause this. Last night, I don't know if everybody has seen this yet, but it is around Meridian, and a lot of folks are looking for it each night. Now, I do not know the exact path or who even flies it, but the Christmas plane, have y'all seen it?
Plane. It hadn't been to Cow Creek yet.
Here's a quick video last night. This was from Bonita Lakes Mall area. Well, actually down in next to Chick-fil-A there.
Right where it is.
But right there, if y'all notice on your TV screen, is where the Christmas plane is as it goes across there. It's real pretty. We'll try to find out more about that. But there she goes there.
Do we know, what's it, just circled? Do we know anything more about it?
Flies around to all the communities, and the next chair on the other side there. All the communities there flying around, letting everybody see the Christmas lights. So, pretty stuff.
It's got Christmas lights on?
Yeah, real bright. Getting a lot of comments each night about that. I saw the Christmas plane. So if you see it, let everybody else know.
We want them to come to Cow Creek.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Guy Coglin's on there.
Oh, boy.
Jimmy Robbins. It's John Elmore's birthday.
I heard tell of that.
I woke him up earlier and sang happy birthday to him and yodeled on the end of it. He said that had never happened before.
How old is John today? Do we know? Is he telling?
I don't know.
Karen ain't committing to tell anybody either, I take it.
I don't know. We'd probably find out if we were that interested in it. I'm sure I know some connections I could call.
I saw where Ben Gaddis is having a birthday also. Let's see. Scott's baby girl, Jessica, is having a birthday today. A few of the folks out there. And even the self-elected mayor out in the Collinsville area, Carrie Latham, has a birthday today, I hear. Yep, she just said that she was. Bonita. You go, girl.
It's a bunch
Happy
of
birthday.
Happened up about that time.
Sure did. Let's see, one of the things that's going on, and joining us now is Kim Robbins, as we get ready for Christmas lights this weekend. We're luminaries. That's kind of like lights. Yeah, we're pretty close to that.
We know what we're talking about.
Lake Ross Collins, and let's cut over to the other side of the studio. And good morning, Kim. How are you doing?
Good morning. So glad to be here, Scotty Ray.
Well,
Thank you for having me this morning.
I appreciate you coming in. If you'll,
Did you bring your own guitar, or do you need to borrow mine?
Well, no, I would have to. That would not be my forte, but I love listening to it.
Well, tell us about what y'all have planned this weekend with the luminaries, and if there's rain, what happens?
Okay, yes, and that has been at the top of the list about the weather. In over 10 years, they're bringing the luminaires back to Lake Ross Collins. And luminaires, is an old tradition, like a Mexican tradition, of the journey of Mary and Joseph into Bethlehem of the lighted path. So it's in reenactment of that from long, long years ago, back in the 1600s. So the luminaires are very special. And John and I have only lived out there about almost 9 years, and they've never had the luminaires. But I can remember getting in the van and a bunch of people and driving out there to see it, whenever they would have it before we became residents. And I have asked every year on the board when we'd go to the meetings, and I'd say, when are they bringing the luminaires back? And so I just love things like that, it just being captive in a vehicle with your family and being able to, just see the beauty of Christmas. It just gets you so excited and just to know the true meaning, and it just brings all that to light.
Now, how many luminaires do y'all have that you're getting ready to set up? How many is it?
We have got about 6,000 luminaires.
Gracious.
There are over 100 homes participating, and we originally were set for Saturday. However,
here's that but
it has now changed because of the percent of rain. We're going to move it to Sunday, the next day, the 19th. And it's still the same time, 5 to 8 p.m. So again, I want to say that again. So we were scheduled for this Saturday, but we have changed due to the weather. Those bags and sand and that candles do not do good together with moisture. So we are doing Sunday now, the 19th, from 5 to take a ride out, move through very slowly, dim your lights. Mm-hmm. All the homes. I just want to thank all the Lake Ross Collins homeowners.
They jumped in and helped you, didn't they?
They have gone over the tops. The light's beautiful down in there. And I just think it's going to be beautiful. I just think it's going to put us more into the Christmas to remind us of what Christmas is really about. And so a lot of residents have put crosses in the yards, and we've lit them up. So we want to invite everybody out to just take a ride through and bring your family. And this will be Sunday again from 5 to 8 p.m. at Lake Ross Collins. If you don't know where that subdivision is, it's an old established subdivision, about 25 years old. We're right behind the Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
All you got to say is where they give out that Halloween candy, and everybody knows where you're going.
Absolutely, it's the one of the best neighborhoods to ever live in.
Yes.
So, but I'm excited to be a part of it, and so we're looking forward to it.
Now, I take it it's the first turn in when you go right past the pigs where it starts.
Actually, they're going to have the Lauderdale County Sheriff Department up there directing traffic, but you can go in either entrance. There's two entrances there. Right when you pass the pig on the right, then it's the post office area. Mm-hmm. The first turn in is called Mary, and the second turn in is called Susan. So you can turn in either one because everybody's participating. We had tried to get it where you went in one and come out the other. It's just so many side streets that are participating too. So we've just decided to let people go. And we're just going to slow down and go real slow. And we're asking to please dim your lights so that others can enjoy it. There will be lights on both sides of the road. And, of course, all the Christmas decorations lit up. And we're just looking forward to it.
Well, Kim, thank you for coming by again. Let's recap that. It's going to be Sunday now from 5 until 8 p.m. 2 ways to get in. The Sheriff's Department will be there. Dim your lights and come have a good time.
That's right. That's
Again,
right. We're so excited to have it.
Lake Ross Collins, take a left at the four-way stop there in Collinsville off 19 if you're going north and go past the pig, and there you are.
That's it.
Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you so much.
Me. Thank you so much for having me. And I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Christmas.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Again, make sure y'all check out all the luminaries that are going on this weekend. That's going to be great to come out and see all that. I'd hate to be the one that has to go through and light all them. 6,000.
Oh, boy.
You'd have to have a good big light.
Yeah, big
Thank you. Those are always very special, and I do hope you and your family get a chance to go out and see that. That's going to do that.
Pretty thing.
Yeah, it will be. Let's take a minute and talk about our friend Chet. I think you've known Chet just as long as I have.
Chet.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on there at Chet's Paint and Body there in Center Hill. And first off, they want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. They believe in the same thing we do, Jesus Christ being the reason for the season, and they can't do it without you. Each and every day. That's what makes their business go by, is the community. And they just want to say thank you for doing so much for them through the years. 737-2961 is the number if one of the reindeer happen to do a little dance on your hood, well, that's where you go, no matter what the occasion is.
Right.
Mailboxes, well, other things happen to you as well. Maybe you bumped into your wife's car. That happens too. They'll put it back to the way it was, the factory specs, and make it look as good or even better than the way it came.
First class work. Good folks.
It is.
Chet's daddy, Chester Jr.,
Yeah.
worked at the railroad with Daddy.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
So it's a close connection
Yeah,
there.
they were big buddies.
See them there. Even aluminum beds, they can put that back. That's a harder thing. Not everybody can do that, but Chet can. See them again, and a big Merry Christmas from everybody at Chet's Paint and Body. Again, you'll find them there in Center Hill in the curve there. They'll do all the insurance work for you, get it processed, and take care of you. That's Chet's Paint and Body. See them today.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, you know who to call.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until developers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. And welcome back with Scotty Ray Candace. As Candace has got the morning off on her big field trip to Laurel, Mississippi. And joining us, our special guest, and also our musical guest, is Britt Gully. And Britt, you've had time to think. Y'all have got an event coming up in Kemper County, don't you?
Yeah, our Christmas in the barn, and I don't know how long we've been doing it, 20-something years, I guess. It started out in Mr. Japp's old barn, and now it's in Virgil's barn.
Wow.
And, it's a good thing. We've been doing it a long time, and we have some music and the Christmas story, and everybody sets on bales of hay, and it's a neat thing.
Y'all do that on Christmas Eve?
We do it this year. It's the 19th.
19th. That's not long off.
That's Sunday night. Ain't
Yeah, it sure is.
It's Sunday night. I think it's the 19th. I believe it's at 6 o'clock. We have some musical guests, and it's always a big crowd and a good thing. Christmas in the barn. We've been doing it a long time.
Well, we may have to send some more folks up to hang out with you in the
I
barn
hope so.
there. Well, what Christmas song can we hear now?
I don't know. Let's do a Buck Owens tune.
Oh, can't go wrong with that.
Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was a much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, they thought I was sound asleep in. They thought I wasn't safe in bed. They never thought I'd come creeping or listen to the things they said. Then Santa put his arm around Mama, and Mama put her arm around him. So if Santa Claus ain't Daddy, well, I'm gonna tell on them. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was a much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. But Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, I never saw Dancer Prancer. I never heard the sleigh bells ring. I didn't see the red-nosed reindeer like the show on the TV screen. But he sure brought lots of presents, so Santa he must have been. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had it pictured. Santa wasn't much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so so Mama must have let him in. But Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him.
Britt Gully and Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Boy, that was one of my favorite ones. I remember.
Bakersfield, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, Sammy Kershaw redone that, and his version wasn't bad. But I still lean toward Buck's version of that.
Oh yeah, the first is always hard to top.
Yeah, and I think even didn't Garth try to redo that also?
I think he did, and done a pretty solid job.
Yeah.
As long as they copy and book, you can't go wrong.
And and that's the key to sometimes when a classic is redone, don't try to change it and make
Don't
it.
mess with it too much.
Yeah, because it can change the whole meaning of the song. That's just one of those feel good. I like that. What out of every Christmas song that's ever been made, what is your favorite one, Britt? What would you say? That's the one I like.
That's
Tough.
I don't know. Silent Night is such a wonderful song.
Ooh, that is.
Run Run Rudolph was always Daddy's favorite, so I got to mention that.
Yeah, that was I mentioned this other morning there of Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk This Christmas. That was
I
one
remember
of
that song.
Golly, it was just heart touching. You almost boy.
And Elvis done all the Christmas albums.
Oh.
And Blue Christmas that was good. And it was a huge hit for Ernest Tubb years before that.
No, I didn't know that.
And if Elvis hadn't have came along and just trumped Ernest on it, it'd have been like White Christmas and Bing Crosby. Ernest's version of Blue Christmas would have, but Elvis coming and put it on it too.
Hey, White Christmas still one of those classic movies that makes it every year.
Yeah.
So what's the movie that you and Kimberly Jean sit back and got to watch every year for Christmas?
Christmas? I don't know. It's a Wonderful Life. It's
Number one movie
good,
still associated with Christmas.
Dr. Zhivago was real good.
No, I hadn't seen that one now.
Oh, you have.
Doctor.
It lasts like 9 hours, and it's the Russian Revolution, and there's snow and ice, and it's real pretty. Kimberly's tuned in. She'll tell us what.
I don't think I know that one, Britt. But it's at 9 hours, huh?
Oh, it's not quite that much. It's
about as-
movie. It's a wonderful movie.
Kind of like long as the Christmas Story on Christmas Day when they repeat it over and over and over.
About like that.
Or if you don't know the entire words to that movie once, that's over something wrong, ain't it?
That's it.
Want to remind everybody as you're driving in, let me pull this up, show everybody. We still have fog in the area. It's all up here, Kemper County, Lauderdale County. And as we turn on locations, let's go over and look at this now. We've got a bunch here still in Cuba, Alabama. This is going to start out here. Look there, all across here. Lake Tom Bailey through Livingston, the Cowboy Church up in Kemper, Baca Valley. Oh, y'all got real fog.
It was thick at Cow Creek when I left.
Was it?
It was.
Lisbon, Alabama. I know you've been to Pennington a few times.
Sure enough. Here, too.
Yeah, a lot of fog in those areas. So I brought this up earlier. Let me bring this up. Let's talk about Christmas and the weather. Now, this is today's forecast of what we've got in 7 days as we pull this up. We're 73 by Saturday, that 90% chance of showers. Why the luminaries got postponed till Sunday. Temperatures will drop to 53. But what happens on Christmas Eve with Santa? Well, as we look at that, 63 as we go down. Christmas Eve jumps back up to 68, and Christmas Day is going to be 70 degrees across the land. Going to be a warm one, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, it will be. We're kind of used to that anyway. Those happen every year. As
You
we
don't
look
ever
at this.
catch me complaining about warm weather anytime.
I can't take the cold like I used to, or
I never
either I
could
don't want
take
to.
it.
I'm soft, as they say, to say the least.
We get set in our ways, don't we?
I'm not a huge fan of this old boy, but I have to give credit where credit's due of what he done this week. Remember Bruce Springsteen? His political alignment isn't quite with me and you.
Springsteen, yeah.
But he wrote, was that Born in the USA and all that?
Yeah.
He made
out some pretty solid music.
He made a wise decision this week and sold all his music. And take a wild guess how much money they gave him for.
I expect $40, $50, wasn't it?
Yeah, $500 million is what they have given him
Us.
for every song he's ever written.
Do we have the number of the man that bought it? Because I got some for sale, too. $40 or $50.
Nowhere in his lifetime would he ever make that. And that's where I guess you make that. We've seen several of these big stars do this later in life. I guess they want to cash out while the getting's good.
What a crazy amount of money.
That I don't know what you would do to make that money back, but apparently they think they can. So be ready for that. I want to bring this up, a couple of other things that are going on in the community. This is going to happen this afternoon, and we'll find out who the winner is as we have been posting this about the good folks there trying to help out Byron Kemp, a Mississippi Highway patrolman that was diagnosed with cancer. They're doing a raffle later on today, and I think they needed to still raise right at $300 was the last number I saw, as they were trying to get some last-minute raffles done. Anywhere in Clark County, they're selling tickets for this, so if you can help out with that, do so. They're going to draw for it late this afternoon. Tomorrow, the Meridian Parks and Recreation are going to be having their second annual Have a Ball. Kids K through 12, anybody that's present, while supplies last, will get a free ball. So if you can come on out to Highland Park and you want to take advantage of that, well, do so. They'll be glad to have you there. So that's one of the events here. Let me see. I seem like there was something else. Don't forget about this new three-way stop that's going up. 23rd Avenue and 11th Street. Three-way there. It'll surprise you.
Three-way.
It is. It is.
Everybody's going to think they're coming in from the way that don't stop.
It always happens, doesn't it? Good morning to everybody. We appreciate the comments there. Let's see here. As we get this morning going, let's see what else I had to mention there. That is complete. I wasn't going to talk about that. A few other things that, are you familiar, and I don't mean to pick on preachers. I don't want anybody to take me wrong by any means of the imagination. But do you know a pastor named Kenneth Copeland? You ever heard of him?
I have, yeah.
Apparently, he's pretty big. And
TV preacher.
His net worth, now not the church, him, has been valued at $770 million. Now,
wow.
As we all feel that God talks to us from a time or two, I'm not sure, you can't believe everything you're told.
Is that who bought Springsteen's music?
He can afford it.
Yeah.
As you look at this, he's got this monstrosity of a house. And as they show the aerial, I don't think he would let him come on out there. But here's a picture of the house there. He said that God told him to build it bigger for his wife. And so that's what he done.
Got him a good pond out to the side.
Yeah, it sure was there. But he's getting free tax on that because he's claiming that to be part of the church there. And he's got a few folks upset in the community there that he's not paying his fair share of taxes.
Wow.
Sometimes it ain't God talking to you about building bigger because it ain't about money or anything like that. Just want to do a reminder.
Be careful on where you think your information is coming from.
There's a information block from time to time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd point that out. That's causing quite a fuss nationwide over that this morning. It's pretty bad when you land the Air Force One and you're going to help out people. It's supposed to going to tour some damaged area in Kentucky is the place, and people have nothing. Their houses are gone. It's leveled, and you're walking through. You're the president of the United States, and off in the distance as you're walking with Secret Service, you start hearing that familiar NASCAR cheer. Go Brandon.
Yeah.
Was heard as he walked through the community. Even with nothing, Americans aren't real happy with him. That's the reason I brought that up.
What a mess.
That truly is. That did happen yesterday.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not either. And as people want to help people, this is definitely people that need help. People that are there trying to keep what's left of what they've got have even gone at night, trying to keep warm, burning parts of their house, old wood laying around, because they're staying with their stuff, their belongings, and what they got left. I've seen several reports of that, of people just doing the best they can in a bad situation.
Terrible mess.
Check with your churches. There's a lot of pastors that are organizing and helping send things. If you want to help, that's a great place to start, because I've had a lot of people go, well, I don't know where to send this. Check with the church. They stay on top of this because they're in touch with other pastors from areas of that area that would know that. Accident happened a couple days back as we see this influx of people that want to come to the United States, and there's nothing wrong with coming here so long as you do it legally. I think everybody agrees with that. I don't have a problem with it if you go through the steps. But a 18-wheeler that was bringing illegals has wrecked, and here's a picture of it. It almost made it to the border. 75 people, 56 rather, died in that wreck. Wow. They were just packed in the back
dangerous.
Of it. It is.
And the coyotes that they give all their money to get them across the border,
Yeah.
You know, they're not really paying a whole lot of attention to how safe something is. They just want the money.
Yeah, and a lot of times once they get here, they don't fulfill their promise. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
I've been many a movie made about those types of things. So you keep those families in your prayers. I understand them, but we don't mind people coming to live with us so long as it's done the legal way. Are you familiar with the OJ group, the OJs? You remember them?
The OJs?
Yeah, the OJs.
The rhythm and blues?
Right.
I guess that'd be rhythm and blues. Soul, maybe.
You're right. Did you see where they found the guitar player that's been missing for 40 years?
No.
They did. They found his remains in a garbage bag.
Good night.
And it's been missing since 1982. He's been missing. So I guess you could say closure to a bad situation for someone 40 years ago.
Wow. Do they have any idea
Not yet.
what happened?
Not yet. They just found the bodies in Ohio where they've discovered it. So, whew. But again, you have to put yourself in a family member's place, and finally you know it's not a mystery word. Are they somewhere? You now know that something went awry along the way. So we got another Christmas song coming up for Britt here in just a minute. You going to pick out one for us here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Britt's got
sitting on
one
ready.
coming.
They just come up randomly.
They come to you just out of the blue there. All right, let's talk about our friends out at the Red Fireworks Barn. If you hadn't been to see Charlie, boy, always a lot there. Charlie's got so much happening there, he can take care of you. The largest fireworks retailer here in East Mississippi. They're going to be open now all the way through January 2nd. Go and see Charlie. He's got all the fireworks in stock now for Christmas and New Year's as we get it going. It'll be right around the corner. It's heavily stocked. He's been working on it all week. No dud guarantee is what they promise you there. You'll find this out on Highway 19 South, one of the busiest highways in our area there. A lot of folks pass by and see Charlie there. Whip in, see him. He's got everything that you could possibly want. They've got television set up through the place to show you what a firework does before it goes off. Always nice to know. As you look at the different aisles and pictures that he's got there, some of the best there. And again, it's the home of the no dud guarantee. See him for any firework that you're looking for. As it comes to New Year's, they got it ready and stocked. Again, they're going to be open until January 2nd as we look at this all the way through the holidays there. Drop in to see Charlie and his friendly staff there. They'll help you out all right there at the Red Fireworks Barn. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville are passing along these great specials. Idaho potatoes, 8-pound bag, $3.99. Mississippi sweet potatoes, 49 cents a pound. Cuties or halos, a 3-pound bag, only $7.99. Piggly Wiggly cranberry sauce, 14-ounce can, 99 cents. K-Rose syrup, 16-ounce, 2 for $5. And select T-bone steak family pack, $6.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
And that's Joe, my friend. If you're looking for something to cook for the holidays, Joe has it there. Always a good fellow there, and they really help out the community. They are a part of the Meridian area, Collinsville, always helping someone there. Well, what's on your mind for a Christmas song there, Britt? What you got under your old hat of yours?
Let's do a country Christmas.
Uh-oh.
Let's do a Merle Haggard song.
Oh, I always like Merle's.
If we make it through December, everything's gonna be alright, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, I got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime, maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine. I got laid off down at the factory, and their timing's not the greatest in the world. Heaven knows I've been working hard. Wanted Christmas to be right for Daddy's girl. And I don't mean to hate December. It's meant to be the happy time of year. My My little girl don't understand why Daddy can't afford no Christmas here. If we make it through December, everything's gonna be alright, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, I got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime, maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine.
Doesn't get any better than Merle Haggard. And
what a wonderful song.
I know you've hung around Merle a good bit through your career and knew his folks. What was the story behind that one? Did you know where it come from?
Gosh, I don't.
That's a good question.
Merle could something trigger him and he'd just write a song, and what a wonderful one that was.
Yeah, it hit home.
It's a sad kind of Christmas song, but if we make it through December, we'll be made. It's optimistic too.
It is. You just got to look at the brighter side of things, don't you? Yeah, we got some more Christmas music coming up with Britt as we travel along on this. Already a Thursday morning, December the 16th. You got done with your Christmas shopping?
Well, I've got a lot of it done. Post office is in charge of some of it.
Oh, I feel for you on that one. Come on, Mr. Post Office.
We're trying not to hit too big a lick this time.
Yeah,
maybe.
I got to get started on that. That's right around the corner. I got to do something.
I'm way ahead from what I usually am. I'm usually about like you, yeah.
Scratching your head trying to figure out what you're going to do.
23rd, yeah, I got to go do something pretty soon. Maybe one more day.
Getting a lot of compliments on that song. Everybody seems to like that.
Great song.
Really good one there. Let's turn and talk about our friends over at Snowden and Company Real Estate. They're there for you. Now, if this is the first time that you've ever bought a home, they really want to meet with you because it is a giant step. Of course, they've got Leslie, they got Donna and Amanda who have been chosen as Reader's Choice Award, and they've got a brand new seller there who's just come about, Elizabeth. She joins them now, Elizabeth Borders. So drop in and see her. They've got a great staff, and they're growing each and every day. And I think they got a big announcement they're going to be talking about here before long. Find your dream home. Well, they can even help you build it, I think. We'll throw that out there. Selling your home, they also do that as well. One of the best places to do this. They'll compare all the market prices in and around the neighborhood where you live and get the absolute most for you. Now, these are homes that are up for sale that you can scan through on their website, snowdenrealestate.com. 453-3937 is the number to call, or you can just simply drop in. Now, they take care of Clark, Neshoba, Newton, all this area right here, and they have expanded to the Jackson, Mississippi area. That includes Brandon, Flowood, all these areas. If you need a double wide with land, they've got that. Many of them to choose from, and a different style and a different choice. Some of the folks that have sold their homes with them, see Amanda. She kind of heads things up around there. Call her, 453-3937. Again, on Poplar Springs Drive in Meridian. The best of the best if you want to buy with comfort or sell with it. Snowden Company Real Estate. They'll be here tomorrow and the day after that. See them today for your next home.
I spent weeks in the hospital due to a careless driver. I could no longer afford to do it alone. I knew I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
I'm Michelle from Oxford, Mississippi, and it took one call, and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz, and he got me $287,500.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our communities efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Britt as we've head toward 9 o'clock. Yes, and you know how you read a news story and you just don't believe everything that you see in it?
Yeah, I do.
Yesterday, the federal government released more JFK documents.
Yeah, they're not going to let us find out anything they don't want us to know.
No, they give you a little bit of something, but trust me. And again, they still, as Trump was going to release everything, he said, they released a teeny bit yesterday. And if you think things aren't altered on what is sent out, then I got some land in Arizona with beachfront.
I feel good about it because I heard them say on the news last night that Joe Biden would be reviewing some of it to see what else it was going to turn loose.
He's reviewing it. I feel better about it already.
Yeah.
Joe will get it on out there and tell us what he read too, won't he? Always something different.
That Kennedy thing, well, that's something. And I've read about it and watched things about it, and I don't know what to think. The last thing I read is what I believe.
Do you believe in one bullet? Let me ask that. Or do you suspect two people?
I kind of think there was two bullets.
I do too.
But I don't.
In all my
where they came from.
activities in shooting, normally if you shoot this way, something falls that way. It doesn't come back toward you.
Well,
that's been
possibly, but also you got that muscle reaction.
Yeah, that's true.
Thing too. And that there's some that think there was an accidental shot fired by some of the Secret Service too.
I've heard that.
That hit him. But
somebody went to pull the gun and the gun accidentally went off.
Had to get loose from them. I don't know what to think about it. I've watched so many things and read so much about it.
The grassy knoll will always be a mystery because the truth will not come out about that.
And they can tell you anything or make anything look like it's real.
Yeah.
When you got Secret Service and CIA and gangsters and all this kind of stuff involved in it.
I watched.
They managed to put a backstory behind everything they want to sell you.
Yeah, the bullet that went this way, it circled around and then it came back and hit him again. Yeah, I almost believe that's special. But there's a lot to be learned about all that. It was released yesterday, and people are still going through all of this. We'll find out what some of the things were that happened on it, but don't expect anything that is just going to jump out and grab you there. A new mugshot is out from Derek Chauvin as he pled guilty yesterday to violating civil rights. And here's the new mugshot that we see straight from prison. He's going to get an extra, I think, 15 years added to his sentence.
We won't see him out again, I don't imagine.
I don't think we will be there. He was serving 22 years and then got some time tacked on yesterday for that new charge. Yeah, if he makes it out of there, would be...
Probably won't happen.
There's some people in there that don't like. Here's one of the stories that is out there this morning that make you scratch your head and go, what is a judge thinking? Truly, a 17-year-old drug dealer, not somebody that might have had something shoved in their pocket, but a proven drug dealer that in his neighborhood sold, stabs a 15-year-old boy in a marijuana sale that goes wrong. He's selling his drugs. It goes wrong when he stabs a kid. The judge doesn't put him in jail at all. He lets him off on probation and says he's a bright kid, so why put him in jail?
Wow.
Somebody see anything wrong with that? That's in Chicago, by the way.
A bright criminal kid.
Yeah. Makes you scratch your head of what, and none of this will be fixed until judges uphold the law the way it is really written. And I do not see a change in the foreseeable future. Not right now, I don't.
When law and order breaks down, individuals step up and handle things themselves.
That's correct.
And they're not going to like that result either.
No, they will not. Biden has some more advice. At least the White House is releasing this today. When you go to the grocery store and you notice that your rump roast is a little bit higher, that steak that you paid $5 a pound for last week now is $10, they said, well, it's not us. It's greed in America causing that. People want more profit.
It's your own fault. It's my fault because I
That's right.
raised cows.
Let me see here. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're a farmer. It's your fault, Britt. And let's see. Let's go back. $59, $69 gas, now $4 a gallon. And that's your fault, not theirs. Stop drilling immediately. And what does happen? It's amazing how things go up when you cut off America. Whew. Let's see. We have the first female that has ever been elected police chief or police commissioner of New York City. We'll see how the new mayor goes in. He says he's going to crack down on crime. We certainly hope so. He was an ex-police officer.
It'll be hard for him to do a worse job than that last clown they had up there.
That was bad. Most Americans, that had become, through Giuliani and others through the years, had just become a vacation destination to go see the Statue of Liberty. If you remember back in the days of Death Wish and Charles Bronson, how they portrayed New York, it was a bad place. You'd get hurt. And that had kind of gone away.
Yeah.
They cleaned it up.
I've been there when it looked bad, and I've been there when it was nice.
I never made the trip, but we now see that it's taken a step backwards, so to speak. And we hope
when you go, make sure and wear your hat.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's see here. DeSantis always making headlines from Florida. He is banning, he's doing this. Stop the Woke is the headline. He is banning the CRT in schools and private businesses throughout Florida. That's a step in the right direction. He is a contender for the White House, whether he's with Trump or by himself, vice president or running for president. People like him.
He does the right thing a lot of times.
Still the lowest COVID. He handled COVID a lot better than most states that wouldn't let you walk out of your house. They tried to make him look bad, though. Every headline you saw out of Florida was, ooh, it's gloom and doom. But he pulled Florida through. If you were Jesse James, here's one of the headlines, and this may have happened similar on a local case, but a guy goes into a bank, robs it for $150. He promptly walks outside, deposits it in the ATM in his own account. He was quickly arrested. They sort of knew who he was after that.
I guess so.
Not the sharpest knife in the drawer, as they say there.
He thought he had the angle figured, though. I don't understand why this didn't work.
Oh, have mercy. And I bring this up because there's only one Porter Wagner in the world. We don't need more than this. And it's just shameful for a man to think that he could be Porter. Maybe he's trying to open up a clothing line and we just don't know it yet. But let me show you the picture here. If this isn't a Porter wannabe, I don't know. What color suit do you call that? That turquoise? Turquoise?
I don't know what that is.
He decided he wasn't going to run. That's Matthew McConaughey. And he's got somebody driving him in that same Lincoln.
Green suit, slicked back hair.
Yeah, that's different.
He got his mask.
He does. Most of them do there, except the little security guard there. He's not wearing his in the background of the picture. But look for big things for him. He's up to something. He's out.
All right.
What's the loudest outfit you got?
I don't have one loud enough.
Porter.
I'm not afraid of colors. We got, when Scott's record deal was going on, we got some of them little nudie suit kind of things.
The jackets and all?
I got a jacket with some fancy stuff on it.
You know you really hit it when you get a nudie suit.
We, on the Sugar Night Review one time, they were doing a tribute to the Bakersfield sound. We had the whole band on there, and I got Scott to come do it with me. You might have been there that night.
Yeah.
And Scott said, let's get out our jackets. And we decided, let's hide them till just time to go on. So we got on the other side of the stage, with away from Jack, and he's over there talking in the range and stuff. And we had them covered up, and we putting them on just before we walk out on the stage. And you could see Jack looking over there at us like, I wish I could shoot him. They've upstaged me. So we walked out there sparkling.
Oh, that's funny.
And took it to Bakersfield.
They stick out like a sore thumb. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
A few things I wanted to mention that happened on this date. Some folks got together on this date back in 1773, and they said, well, let's have us a little party in Boston.
Boston Tea Party.
That did happen upon this date. We would find that Billy Gibbons was born in 49 on this date. Well, big ZZ
Top. Our
Top.
player he is.
Everybody likes him. He got a commercial floating around I've seen a lot of lately. It was 1951.
Don't.
Yep, I know that. He's done well. Which one was it that just passed away? From ZZ Top. I can't think of the guy's name.
The bass player.
Billy, is that right? No?
Crow's watching. What's his name, Crow? I can't think of it.
It'll come to us in a minute. 1951, we would see the very first
Dusty Hill.
Dusty Hill. That's it. Bill, that was close, wasn't it? Yeah, I was way off.
Hill, Billy Hill. I know how you think, Scotty Ray.
1951 was the first episode, but you'll remember these guys as playing Dragnet as the main people. That was later in the 60s, but it first debuted on this date in 51. Sergeant Friday. Just the facts, ma'am.
Great show.
This guy decided he didn't want to be a country music star anymore and became a police officer. After a few short years, he goes, well, I don't like this anymore. I want to go back to be a country star. He would never regain what he had the first time.
You played him some.
Yep, Jeff Carson, Not On Your Love, if you remember that. Number one hit a few years ago. And let's see, a few other things that happened. A gentleman passed away that you and I was a part of our childhood. It was a special occasion because you didn't get this every day.
Yeah.
If you got this, it was Sunday. It was Sunday go to church. Col Sanders passed away at the age of 90 on this date back in 80.
Wow.
How time does fly. A few other things. Gary Stewart committed suicide on this date.
One of my favorites. Everybody in the world ought to know about Gary Stewart. Nobody ever outsang Gary Stewart.
That man was good. She's acting single.
Sang every song like this is the absolute last song I'll ever sing. I'm putting
You felt it.
Bottom of my toes into this.
Yes.
Man, Gary Stewart was wonderful.
Dan Fogelberg passed away on this date back in 07. Fogelberg. Did I say it wrong? I did, didn't I?
You mixing up Creedence Clearwater in this thing.
He passed away at the age of 55 back in 07.
Gosh, I didn't even realize he was dead.
Yeah, it snuck up on us. Ray Price also passed away back in 13 at the age of 87.
Hank Williams' protege.
Yeah. Larry King would end on this date back in 2010. You wouldn't see him anymore. That's been 11 years since he walked away and passed away last year. So that's a few of the things that happened in history on this day. I hope it brought a smile to your face to remember a few things. Let's talk about our friends over at Maple's One Stop Shop. They got a lot there. If you want the cheapest gas prices that can be found, that's what they're doing right now, trying to pass that on to you. They've got several locations around town. Collinsville has just been added to it there. Sitting there at that North Hills location. God, they've got the cold coffee machine, caramel, vanilla, mocha, all that in Broadmoor. And if you're looking for coffee, the coffee club goes on. The loyalty coffee program there, your 6-cup, is absolutely free. Always clean. You can get any drinks that you may look for in any store, moon pies, candy bars, Snickers, and even sunflower seeds. And of course, if you're looking for a Hunt Brothers pizza, they got a great deal on that $4.99 for your lunch there. See them. That's all at the bait shop. And, well, lottery tickets and a whole lot more from Bonita Chevron, Pine Springs, and the locations at Last Chance in Broadmoor Chevron, and 2 other locations being added. Maple's one-stop shop. See them today.
I'm Kim from Tupelo, Mississippi, and it took one call, and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz, and he got me $335,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Welcome back as we travel along this as we head toward the top of the hour. And thank y'all for joining there. Roy Ellis said that Gary Stewart was awesome. I really did. That was one of my favorites. You almost lived that. She's acting single, I'm drinking double. He just couldn't help it there. Oh, boy. So Britt Jones is back from the other side of the room again. And Britt, you thinking of another Christmas song for us over there?
Yeah, man, I got the hammer back.
What's on your mind?
Let's do Daddy's favorite Christmas song, Run, Run, Rudolph. He was a big Chuck Berry fan. When I was growing up and listening to all country music, and I remember Daddy told me, son, it don't all have to be country. There was some good rock and roll out there, too. So I bought a Chuck Berry 8-track at his advice.
That was good. So let's go to Britt now and hear some Run, Rudolph.
Out of all the reindeer, Rudolph, you're the mastermind. Oh, run, run, Rudolph, Randolph ain't too far behind. Oh, run, run, Rudolph, Santa got to make it to town. Oh, tell him, hurry, Santa, tell him he can take the freeway down. Hey, run, run, Rudolph, reeling like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to a girl child, what would you like most to get? I want a pretty baby dolly that can cry, talk, drink, and wet. And then off went saber jet. Hey, run, run, Rudolph, Santa got to make it to town. Oh, tell him, hurry, Santa, tell him he can take the freeway down. Hey, run, run, Rudolph, wheeling like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to a boy child, tell me what you're longing for. I want a cowboy pistol and a rock and roll electric guitar. And then off went Rudolph whizzing like a shooting star. Oh, now run, run, Rudolph, Santa got to make it to town. Oh, why don't you tell him, hurry, Santa, tell him he can take the freeway down, freeway down. Oh, run, run, Rudolph, wheeling like a merry-go-round. Oh, run, run, Rudolph. Said run, run, Rudolph. Said run, run, Rudolph. Yeah, run, run, Rudolph.
Little Chuck Berry for us this morning. And Britt, that's a good song.
Man, it's a wonderful song.
And you were saying y'all were getting ready for y'all's big gathering there in the country community. Y'all's get together the 19th.
Yeah, Christmas in the barn, Sunday night on Linville Road, Virgil and Phyllis Clark's barn, under the auspices of Linville and Mellon Methodist churches.
Right.
We'll have a lots going on there. We'll have music and Christmas story and set on bales of hay, and I figure there may be something to eat around there. It's mostly Methodist, so somebody's got to have something to eat.
They're not going to show up without food, are they?
But everybody's invited on out, and we just started out and kind of get out of the way and let the good Lord take over and let it go where it wants to. But it's always a wonderful event.
Always say never ever forget the meaning of Christmas, what this is all about. The presents don't have anything to do with Christmas trees and Santa. It is truly about one man named Jesus Christ that gave his life for us so that we could live.
Thank you, Jesus. Praise
so if
the
y'all
Lord.
can make it to a church service, it ought to be packed somewhere on Sunday as we get ready for this to come about and join a church service there. So there we go. Britt, I want to say a big thank you for coming by and spending a little time with us today.
I always have a big time with you, Scotty Ray.
I wanted to bring this up as we're closing out here. Toyota, if you've got the key fob that cranks your car, you're not going to have that for free much longer. They're getting ready to start charging you $8 a month to crank your car. So
Dude,
18 models and later, they're going to start charging for that. Oh. There you go. We'll see y'all back tomorrow morning. Britt, thank you for coming by.
Thank you so much, Scotty Ray. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Scotty Ray's weather is brought to you by